Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anisa, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, ring the bell. Everything I will link to be linked to down below in the description, and let's get right into the video. So as you can see, I'm just removing the shine from her nail as well as shortening down some of her length, and she has not had nails for a couple of weeks now, maybe even a month or two, because she kept breaking her pinkies. Y'all remember I was telling y'all about that? But look how much better all of her nails look once I just kind of told her to like focus up, let her nails be, and then we'll go ahead and do some nails on them once you can actually have nails. Okay, so like I said, I removed her shine and push your cuticles back too, but I didn't record that. And I was using the Macart glue, and some of y'all lied because y'all made this seem like it was the best glue in the entire world. I like the Macart brush on glue. That one was good, but the actual Macart glue, when I'm trying to glue on these tips, yeah, it was a mess. And so because I was going off of what everybody said, especially for her first hand, I didn't have any hurry up spray like in my vicinity, so I had to make her run and go get it real quick because the tips were not drying. They would not dry. And then even then I had some issues with the middle finger on her other hand just straight up popping off as I tried to file it a little bit. So yes, add the hurry up spray to the tip of the nail, like just spray the tip of the nail instead of spraying the actual nail bed, and then go ahead and just glue the tip on. But in order for that to work, you have to put the glue on the nail bed. So yeah, so I ended up wanting to cut her nails that short, y'all. I wanted to cut them down like all the way because I didn't want her to break her nail again because she is used to being rough with them. So I was like, but she said give me a 7. I want to do a 7, so that's what we did. So I love doing the thing with the forms. So all you do is you get 2 forms and you stick them together, and that's it. And it's now your little shaping thing. And you don't really have to make sure the nails match up after, but you need to make sure you match them to each one of the 7s. And then after the fact, go ahead and match all the nails up to make sure they're even. So you shouldn't have to do like any more cutting. But yes, these tip cutters are from Amazon, by the way. And these forms, like I said, are from Nailitlikelucy. So before you blend the tip in and like go over the nail bed and all that stuff, I make sure, well, I would recommend that you file the sides of the nail, like make sure you get everything nice and even, because sometimes the wings could be like overlapping the nail just a teeny tiny bit, but it actually fits, but it just spreads out a little bit. So once you add the acrylic on top, it goes to that width automatically, and so it ends up being too wide and too much, and it goes all over the skin, and then it'll make your nails lift. And so in order to keep the acrylic off the skin, it's just easier to just go ahead and remove that. That's why I do it, and that's why I blend the tip and all that stuff, just so it does not make the acrylic spread sometimes. And that's why it's important to do the sides of the nail, like I said. So it's important to do the sides before you blend in the tip, because blending in the tip kind of makes the tip a little bit weaker, especially like with the hold it has, because you're kind of like removing it, like you're removing where it is glued on and where it's not glued on. So be very, very careful. That is why her like middle fingernail like popped off, because it wasn't even glued down all the way, because like I said, the glue was taking forever. So when I finally got to it, it was just like no, because I'd already blended it in, made it super thin where the tip was. So yeah, it was a no. I ended up making her nails, like her middle fingernail, a little bit more in, but that was it. She said she liked the shape as is. So I couldn't find my regular dehydrator, so I dehydrated with some alcohol. And I'm going to be testing out the Nailitlikelucy 3-in-1 primer. It's good for priming before acrylics, priming before gels, and something else. So I went ahead and did 2 coats just because I wanted to make sure I did not miss a single spot. I made sure not to put too much on. And yeah, I'm showing you my full priming process, by the way. And you guys, I love this application so much. I just love acrylic applications, so I could just leave it in like the entire way through, but I decided not to. Okay, so I was very tempted to leave me putting in the red like the whole time, but no, I decided not to because I showed me encapsulating. So after I'm done adding my primer, that's when I go ahead and add my thin clear base layer, because I don't know if this primer is not going to like that red acrylic. This clear is from Notpolish, and this brush is a size 12 from Bombnails. But yeah, I don't know if the primer is gonna go well with that. I think it's Glam Glitz, maybe. I don't think it's gonna do right with it because it's a glitter, first of all, and the consistency, you'll see it in a second. So, and plus red stain, and then for a fill, other stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know once you do clear, it kind of helps with the adhesion because there's nothing physically stopping it. There's no glitter, there's no pigment in it, there's no nothing. It's just pure acrylic. So therefore it should have the best bond and adhesion, so it gives it the best chance. And hopefully her nails do not lift. We're going to see, because she's like one of the only person that I get like the worst lifting on. Like the reason why she pops them out is because she says, oh, it's lifting, oh, it's not on there strong anymore, oh, it's whatever, right? So that's why she takes them off. So hopefully they do not come off this time, right? Typically I don't like to prime both hands like immediately. I kind of like to do one hand, put the clear base on, and then do the other when it's time for the second coat. But I just kind of wanted that primer on there, and as you can see, I'm applying the clear pretty fast, so it shouldn't really make a difference because it's still like technically wet. So yes, I will be back with the actual red glitter application after I'm done with this clear. If you do a clear layer, this is like the most important layer. Like, of course your layers on top of it can mess it up, but if you flood the cuticle, if you get it on the skin too much, and you don't disconnect it when you're filing, the cuticle area, like right now, is the main important part because it's going to be hard getting through all those other layers. Like you would have to like take product, like a lot of product away to get back down to this layer. So don't get it on the cuticle too much. Like you see how it's kind of like pushed up there, but it's not on the actual skin. It's still a little bit of weight, and plus there's no flow to the product anymore. Like it's completely like stuck. Like it's in that state where it's not gonna flow, it's not gonna move. So that is what you want. So the color is from the Blended collection, and it is called Bold Digger. And y'all, I'm pretty sure it is Glam Glitz that this is from, and Carla Dorillis gave this to me. And you guys, I love this color. Like, and I wanted to use it so bad, but I kind of forgot about it because, like I said, I was doing a ton of videos, and plus like I was trying to get them all up at the same time. None of them were going up, so I never had the time to actually do my nails with some of the stuff she gave me. And my sister found this, and she said this is what she wanted, because at first I thought she wanted something like white or something. She actually said she wanted Frenches, so I was like, oh, okay. Then she changed her mind and she said, can I just do a solid color? and she picked this one, and you guys, it looks so good. And as you can see, like the tip of my brush is red because I mixed it up, or I think I mixed it up a little bit after this nail. But look how good that was. Just gorgeous. So I'm gonna let you guys watch, but I'm not building the nail up fully with this red powder. I'm only doing like a thin layer, but it's not paper thin. I don't like doing it too thick because there's like no point, because you're just gonna file the glitter off. And this might be one of those powders you could do that, where you could just like file over it with the drill or the hand file. I'm not gonna test it. That's not what I want to do, and that's not what I typically do, because like as you can see, this color is very pigmented, so it's not gonna be as strong as just the clear like I was talking about. So, and it's kind of like chocked full of glitter and pigment. So there's no point in me doing that. Like, just go ahead and encapsulate it after I get the color even, and that was the best option to me. So that's what I did, and I'm gonna let you guys watch now, and I will be back at the encapsulation. Here's the final nail that I'm going to be putting the red acrylic on. And y'all, don't get messy like me. I was like really like wiping it off and everything like that. So this is the important part when you're going to go encapsulate. Make sure you get all of the monomer out and get all the glitter out. Get another paper towel if you have to and just clean it out really, really good, because you do not want that clear to turn like pink or anything like that, because it's just not going to look good when you encapsulate. It's going to kind of hide the glitter a little bit. So now it's time to encapsulate. You make sure you clean your brush out very, very good too, because it'll turn your monomer pink too once you dip back in. This is not polished clear. I like the consistency of this clear. It's not bad at all. My only issue is I can't tell if the clear is like super, super, super clear. You know what I mean? Like, it's not runny. It's not anything bad. But everything has just looked so, like, it doesn't look magnified. That's what clear typically makes it look. It looks magnified. This made it look blurred. In real life, you can see the glitter very well, but like especially on camera, it looked just pure blurred out. So it was just like, what? So I don't know if that's the clear or what it is, but I'm gonna most definitely keep testing it out. But the consistency was amazing, and all you want to do is build the nail up like regular, and you really don't need a lot of clear because I did add a good amount of the red base. So yeah, I'm not building this up too thick. I'm just making sure they have a good structure. Once the clear is finally applied, I'm going to go ahead and start to shape. I'm using my Tammy Taylor Peel and Stick hand file. And what I'm doing right now is just trying to release the acrylic that could be attached to the nail. And that's literally all I'm doing right now, because when the drill bit goes over it, it will literally get stuck and not want to move from that area because it's like stuck in there. So make sure you go ahead and just kind of disconnect the sides first. Because even if you think it might not be any acrylic there probably is just like a little tiny bit. So that's why I go ahead and just do this, because it's a just in case type of thing. And then I go ahead and just file with my E-file. I go around the cuticle area and along the rest of the nail, and then I go back and hand file again to make sure everything is nice and sharp. Now I'm going in with the 180 grit sanding band. The bit I used before is a Pana fine grit 5-in-1 bit. The grit of hand file I used is 100. And all I'm doing here is going around the cuticle area one more time and going across the nail again, just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. Filing the tops of the nail to make sure that everything is nice and straight is very important. I like to look at it in this view because I get it the straightest. Like, there's literally no other way I can get it straight because it looks wonky to me, both versions. If I just try and do it like when the nail is facing down like this, does not work for me. So now I'm going in with the buffer from Natali Carmona and making sure I get all of the scratches off and get everything nice and even. So now I'm using an alcohol wipe just to get all of the dust off of the nail. I already dusted the nails off one time, and that's what you want to do before you dust off the nail, and then you like go ahead and cleanse the nail. She wanted to use these charms right here because I couldn't find my other like glues to glue it down, or even like my like resin or anything like that. I went ahead and just did it with the base gel from Madam Glam. I really recommend the base coat gel from LGN. that will like hold your stuff like it's a regular gel. The only thing is, compared to her regular like gel that she has in the pot, is that one, because it's a base coat, it has a tacky layer to it. So that is like the only downside if you're not gonna like top coat over it or you miss a spot. But like, it holds on just fine. So I'm going to be using the Natali Carmona top coat and top coating all the nails. And you guys, it looked so good. I was very proud of the way that these nails turned out. It didn't take me too long. They were very easy to do. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I have linked to will be linked to down below in the description. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.